Hello, and thank you for joining us today at your ATF meeting. Though we had been hopeful to return to in-person meetings for fall 2021, we agreed that virtual meetings allowed for the most efficiency and convenience for our partners statewide. Although I strongly believe that attending our meetings in person humanizes our work and our institutions, this virtual meeting is the next best solution to continue our important work. If we haven't met before, I hope we have the opportunity to in the near future. My name is Kelly Robles, and I am the Executive Director of AZTransfer. I have been in this role since April 2015, and my goal has been to attend at least one meeting from every ATF group. I'm pretty close to sitting in on meetings for all of our groups, with only about 3 to 4 ATFs left to attend. Thank you for prioritizing today's meeting. We appreciate having you join us for the AZTransfer statewide update. AZTransfer is the collective effort of Arizona's 10 public community colleges, 2 tribal colleges, and the 3 state universities. We believe that college degrees should be accessible to all Arizonans, and we seek to accomplish that goal through the articulation of coursework and alignment of degree programs. Our existence was formalized by the Arizona State Legislature in 1996, even though community college and university faculty had been working together on course articulation for several decades before that. We are governed by our steering committee, which is comprised of the chief academic officers from each of our institutions, and we meet with that group on a quarterly basis to review policies, discuss current practice, and examine opportunities for development and statewide innovation. We are funded by the Arizona State Legislature and annual contributions from each of our partner institutions. AZTransfer serves the 10 public community college districts in Arizona, our 2 tribal colleges, and the 3 state universities. As an organization, we provide 3 essential services to our institutions and the Arizona community at large. Partnership and statewide collaboration are critical to the success of the Arizona transfer system. Relationships are one of the strongest assets we have with our institutions and other education organizations in the state. AZTransfer owns, manages, and reports from ASSIST, which is the statewide database of transfer students. All of the reports that you will see today are run from that database, which each public institution in Arizona loads data into. Our comprehensive online tools allow advisors, counselors, students, and families to identify, plan, and prepare for the most efficient route from the community college to the university. Training and support is a critical component of our statewide network. We provide training, professional development, and network opportunities for individuals throughout the education pipeline, including academic advisors, school counselors, faculty, administrators, and governing board members. Our Arizona transfer structure is often used as a national model, and we are regularly contacted by system offices and individuals in other states wanting advice about how to implement something similar in their colleges and universities. My team at AZTransfer is a group of 5, me and 4 other people. The 5 of us do a lot, but we can't and don't do everything. We rely on our statewide network of nearly 2,000 people, from academic advisors to faculty like you, to registrars and grad techs. It takes a lot of people in a lot of places to support and maintain this work. Each ATF is comprised of a minimum of 1 representative from each college and university. Additionally, each institution provides us with a facilitator who is considered their institution's curriculum expert. We depend on that person to help us manage the catalog, curriculum, and faculty at their institution. That facilitator will be leading your ATF meeting today and walking you through our tools and resources. In addition to 43 discipline-specific ATFs, we also convene the General Education ATF, the Admissions and Records ATF, the Academic Advising ATF, and 2 communities of interest who centered their discussions around honors and prior learning assessment. Arizona is one of only a handful of states with a comprehensive model, network, and structure to support and track students transferring from the community college to the university. The Arizona transfer system has several critical components that are supported through our processes and policies. The Arizona General Education Curriculum, or AGEC, is a package of 35 to 37 credit hours that, when completed at the community college before transferring with a GPA of 2.5 or higher, will guarantee admission to ASU, NAU, or U of A, and will satisfy all of the lower division general studies requirements at the university. In addition to managing the AGEC, AZTransfer provides tools and resources to students about dual enrollment options, credit by exam opportunities, and Arizona's Common Course Numbering System called SUN, the Shared Unique Numbering System. Through AZTransfer.com, we provide a suite of online advising and planning tools to identify, prepare for, and plan an efficient transfer from the community college to the university. We provide further explanation and demonstrations of our dual enrollment guide, the exam equivalency guide, and our major and degree guides in our summer training workshops. If those are of interest to you, please be sure to sign up for one of those sessions in the future. The Arizona transfer system is predicated on a university bachelor's degree structure that allows 64 credit hours to be transferred in from an Arizona community or tribal college. There are some specific partnership programs that allow up to 75 credits in transfer, and even some that allow for 90 credits in transfer from the community college system. But the majority of transfer degree programs incorporate 64 credit hours from the community college, which is half of the 120 credit hours for the bachelor's degree plus one 4 credit hour course. We know that students can begin earning college credits as early as high school through dual enrollment and credit by exam. Students continue their academic foundation at the community college through the AGEC and common courses identified by faculty like you at an ATF meeting. Students then transfer to the university and complete remaining upper division and major specific coursework before graduating. Course evaluation and alignment is the cornerstone of the work that we do here at AZTransfer. We have a homegrown system, ACETS, which is the Arizona Course Equivalency Tracking System, where community college faculty submit courses and relevant information about that course, and it is routed to and evaluated by university faculty. University faculty have 3 different options when granting equivalencies. The course can be a direct equivalent, a one-to-one relationship. Your Intro to Physics course is similar enough to our Intro to Physics course that it is a direct equivalency. Or it can be granted department elective or elective credit. This physics course isn't similar enough to our Intro to Physics course or any other physics course that we offer, but it is college level learning, so it'll count as a department elective or elective. Or lastly, this course is remedial or developmental or is not college level learning, and it is not transferable. Over 16,000 community college courses have been evaluated by ASU, NAU, and U of A. Of those courses, about 1,200 transfer as direct equivalencies to all 3 state universities. Additionally, more than 90% of courses in our course bank transfer as elective or better to at least one of the 3 state universities. Here are some of the most notable highlights from the past year in transfer. 10,176 new transfer students transferred from an Arizona community college to ASU, NAU, or U of A. Each year, this number stays right around 10,000 students with minimal fluctuation up or down. This is the traditional definition of new transfer students, defined as those students who completed 12 or more hours at an Arizona community college post-high school graduation. 52.6% of university graduates had credit from an Arizona community college. This is a different measure than this 10,000 figure on the left. This is any graduate from ASU, NAU, or U of A that had any amount of credit from an Arizona community college. It could be a traditional transfer student. It could be dual enrollment. It could be a university student taking a class at a community college during the summer. More than half of university graduates have credits from Arizona community colleges. A few of the stats here have their own charts and graphs that we'll explore in greater detail in a few minutes, but I'd like to continue with this more comprehensive look at transfer students. Rather than looking only at the traditional new transfer student who finishes high school, then enrolls at a community college, then transfers to a university, if we look at the different cohorts of students with Arizona Community College credit, we can gain a better understanding of the different ways that community colleges and universities work together to support education attainment. Here, 18.5% of new university freshmen entered ASU, NAU, and U of A with credits from Arizona community colleges. The figure below, 52.3%, is those students that were Arizona residents. When looking at new university freshmen who were Arizona residents, more than half of them entered ASU, NAU, or U of A with credits from Arizona community colleges. In our traditional definitions, these students are never identified as transfer students. Our ASSIST database allows us to aggregate statewide data from all of our partner institutions and analyze and publish these trends. We have several standard reports that we publish annually, including these represented in the next few slides. Here, we identified baccalaureate degree recipients, graduates from ASU, NAU, and U of A that entered the university as new transfer students. You can see this figure is right around 7,500 students each year, really without significant movement up or down. I think this is largely due to the limitation of the traditional definition of new transfer students, not inclusive of those other populations that I mentioned earlier during the fast facts. This pie chart, we do look more closely at the baccalaureate degree recipients at our universities, not just those 7,500 who entered the university as new transfer students. This pie piece here represents those students who graduated without any credits from Arizona community colleges, 47%. About a quarter are the traditional new transfer students. Here, 12%, or 1/8, of the graduates entered the university as freshmen with Arizona Community College credits. These are dual enrollment students who are earning college credit prior to high school graduation. This chartreuse pie piece is any other student that had Arizona Community College credit who wasn't in the first two pie pieces. They could have been a university student who also took a community college class through a consortium agreement or over the summer. Or they might have transferred to a university with fewer than 12 credits from an Arizona community college, but had credits from an out-of-state community college too. The end result is a fast fact that I cited earlier. More than half of university graduates have credits from Arizona community colleges. More than half of new transfer students enter the universities with more than 60 credit hours. This is important because national and statewide research shows that students are more successful if they complete the AJEC and an associate degree before transferring to the university. This reflects the past 8 to 10 years of work in Arizona, reinforcing the value of the AJEC and associate degree, and communicating the message to students starting out at the community college that it's in their best interest to complete the AJEC and associate degree in almost all cases before transferring to the university. The big takeaway from this chart is what is represented by this top line here. This chartreuse line at the top is the group of transfer students with the highest graduation rates across the chart at all 4 points of measure. Transfer students who complete the AJEC or associate degree before transferring and then enroll at the university full-time have the highest rates of completion. Another point of consideration throughout our data is the top majors of transfer students. Business and health professions are consistently at the top of this chart, with teacher education, psychology, and sciences tied for third. These are usually also representative of the largest community needs throughout our state. We've explored opportunities with Equifax, ADE, and other organizations to examine wage data and employability of graduates as a future project. Earlier, I talked about ACETs and our course evaluation processes and tools. This is what those direct equivalencies look like by university. Here, we see 2,000 to 3,000 courses have direct equivalency at the university, depending on the institution. We have much more detailed course equivalency reports by Arizona Community College that we share with our steering committee and the Community College Presidents Group. Additionally, we're working on a project this year to examine which Arizona Community College courses have direct equivalency at 2 of the universities, but elective credit at the 3rd. This page identifies community and tribal college course equivalencies as evaluated by ASU by equivalency type: direct equivalencies, electives, non-transferable, and other. This report reflects the work done by ATF faculty and institutions throughout each academic year. I'll pause here for a bit so that you can review the chart. This page identifies community and tribal college course equivalencies as evaluated by NAU by equivalency type: direct equivalencies, electives, non-transferable, and other. Again, I'll pause here for a bit so that you can review this chart. This page identifies community and tribal college course equivalencies as evaluated by the University of Arizona by equivalency type: direct equivalencies, electives, non-transferable, and others. I'll pause here again for a bit so that you can review this chart. At our spring 2021 meeting, the AZTransfer Steering Committee unanimously approved the establishment of AJEC Policy 105, Evaluation of Coursework. This new policy was formalized using HLC criterion and existing policy language moved from AJEC Policy 302. AJEC Policy 105 identifies processes related to course evaluation. I will read the new policy language to you. This and all other AJEC policies are published in our handbook and policy manual available online at AZTransfer.com. Consistent with criterion 4AA from the Higher Learning Commission, each institution maintains and exercises authority over the prerequisites for courses, rigor of courses, expectations for student learning, access to learning resources, and faculty qualifications for all its programs, including dual credit programs. It ensures that its dual credit courses or programs for high school students are equivalent in learning outcomes and levels of achievement to its higher education curriculum. Given the obligation, as part of maintaining institutional accreditation, courses at HLC accredited institutions in Arizona are assumed to be equivalent regardless of delivery modality. All credits within an AJEC, pathway, or associate degree are accepted and applied regardless of whether the credit was awarded for course completion on campus or through distance learning or dual enrollment, assessment of prior learning, or via some other non-traditional learning mode. To determine university equivalencies of community college courses, learning outcomes and course competencies are evaluated through the Arizona Course Equivalency Tracking System. Modality of instruction, campus location, and faculty credentials are not used to determine equivalency. This concludes our AZTransfer statewide update for your ATF meeting today. If you have questions or need additional information about our work with the Arizona Transfer System, please contact us directly at info@aztransfer.com. Your meeting facilitator and chair will now take over for the remainder of the meeting to review your ATF dashboard, matrices, and other tools and resources. Thank you again for making today's meeting a priority. We greatly appreciate your time, attention, and energy to ensure that Arizona students can make every credit count.